Hey everyone, my name's Kelvin, and this is just going to be a quick walkthrough of my SVG font coloring tool. This isn't the main tutorial. I made a more in-depth one, and I'll put a link in the description of this video. But in this video, I'm just going to do a quick project where I make this white text with this shadow. And I've already got the actions loaded, and I've got a Photoshop document open here, and it's about maybe a little over 1,000 pixels high. And I'll drop in some text here with the text tool. So I'll just click anywhere and I'll type in creative. See if I can spell that right. For some reason my Photoshop, whenever I type, it does the text really tiny. So I'll use the Control T or Command T to scale it up. There we go. Looks like I spelled it right. Okay, I'll try to fill the artboard maybe mostly. Kind of center it there, and when I'm done transforming it, I'll press enter, and I can still move it a little bit, and that looks pretty good. So the first thing I'll do is turn this white. So I'll go over here and I'll use the first turn white script over here, this turn white via inversion. That works pretty good for this typeface. And by the way, this typeface is called Opulent, and it's available for sale on Creative Market. It's a really nice looking font. I really like it. So I'll run this first white script, and that'll turn it white. And it'll be hard to see on this background, so I'll give it a quick background. I think this time, though, I'll use a custom color background, or you know what, I'm going to do a gradient for this one here. So go over to the adjustment layer. It's this kind of half circle icon over here, and we'll do a new gradient layer up here. And it'll let you choose one. I think I'll just maybe... I think that's pretty nice, but I'll change the angle. So I'm happy with the gradient. I'll do OK, and then I can change the angle over here. Kind of decide which side I want that fading in. Okay, that's pretty good. OK. And it's hiding my text because it's on top, so I'll drag it below my text. And I want to add a quick shadow to this, so I'll click my white text. That's this layer up here. And I'll give it a quick black shadow. That looks pretty good. I want the shadow, though, to be a little bit further away from the text. So I'll open the group with the shadow in it. Just click that little arrow there. And then I'll select this dark shadow layer. And I can use the Move tool. That's this one up here. And I can just move it over just a little bit. And you can also scale the shadow. So I want it to be not exactly the same size as the original white text. So while the shadow is selected, I'm going to do Control T or Command T if you're on a Mac. It might bring up this little dialog. Just press OK. And then you can just grab the corners and kind of scale it just like you would anything else in Photoshop. So I'll stretch it out a little bit and do enter. Okay, that looks pretty good. I want to change this blur here. The shadow here is a little bit too blurry. I want it to be less blurry. So while this is selected, if you look down here, there's this little eye and then it says Gaussian blur. If you double click that, you can change the blur. So I'll lower it. There we go. And click OK. And now I want to move all this text and kind of center it on the artboard. So I'll click the whole group. I'll close the group. And while that group is selected and while I have the Move tool selected, I can line up the text like this. And that looks pretty good. If you're happy with this, you can just export it as a JPEG. If you want to use this text with the shadow without this background, make sure you turn this background off and then export it as a PNG. So you can do that by going to File, Export, and then Save for Web, like this. Just make sure that PNG is selected from the dropdown, and you can pretty much ignore everything else. So I won't save this, I'll cancel it. For my project, I like the background, so I'll turn that on, and then I'll save it as a JPEG. So hopefully that's a pretty quick, kind of inspiring walkthrough of some of the things you can do with this add-on. Just let me know if you have any questions or comments. But other than that, guys, thanks for your support and thanks for watching.